The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign has been going on for a few weeks now. You've probably seen the bell ringers and the red kettles at the doors of a lot of stores in our area. As part of their Red Kettle campaign, they are holding a match day this weekend. And joining us now live this morning is a face you may be familiar with here on our morning show. Nick Ragner, who now works for the Salvation Army, is joining us live. And good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Jen. This is really weird. It's like deja vu. I feel like I've done this before, but I don't really know what I'm doing exactly. So I guess here we go.
He did this last year for us, and you were ringing bells and having fun there as a live reporter, but now you're representing the Salvation Army. And I wanted to have you tell the folks that are watching at home what Match Day is.
So what Match Day is basically is every cent that you're able to put in one of these little red kettles over here to my left will be basically doubled. We are going to match up to $45,000 this year thanks to a few anonymous lacrosse donors. And, you know, Match Days historically are our best days throughout the Red Kettle campaign. Last year on our first Match Day, we broke records. We raised over $44,000 in that first match day from just red kettles alone. So obviously we have a chance to make a huge impact on that $1 million goal that we have this year, which again is another you know, a record for us.
Do you have to donate at specific places for the match to happen, or can it be any of the red kettles across the community?
It can be any red kettle. So we have 30 locations throughout the county. We have a couple out in Holman. We have one in West Salem, one in Bangor, and then obviously we have them throughout the festivals here in La Crosse. We have them at Walmart, Walgreens, Sam's Club, Gander Mountain, a ton more that I'm probably forgetting off the top of my head. But yeah, anywhere you see a kettle, you can expect it to be matched.
I've volunteered and been out there as people have donated, and you get all kinds of donations. Sometimes it's coins, sometimes it's dollar bills, and I would imagine that anything and everything is encouraged because every little cent counts. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct. You know, on Match Day, that's when you see some of the weirder stuff coming out. You know, the things that people are holding on to that have been like specifically marking this day on their calendar to donate it to those red kettles. This is when we see some of those large checks. And I remember last year there was that one time where there was like a $500 coin at one of the Salvation Armies in Minnesota. So typically this is a day where we encourage, you know, anything that you're willing to give. This is the day to do it because everything that you make will be doubled.
And I always remember seeing a couple of kids coming up with their piggy banks and their pennies in it. I just think that's so sweet. I know that volunteers are vital to just making the bell ringing successful. Can you talk about the need and also how folks can sign up?
Absolutely. You know, volunteers, we need them year-round, but obviously bell ringing is really important for us. We always say, you know, a kettle without a bell ringer on it typically makes little to no money. And, you know, this actually tomorrow, I guess, trying to get a little ahead of myself, but tomorrow we still have quite a few shifts that need to be filled, and then until Christmas Eve, December 24th, which is the last day the kettles will be out, we have somewhere around 1,000 shifts that still need to be filled. So those are always really important for us. Everybody that comes out and helps us with bell ringing really contributes to that $1 million campaign. And if they want to help out, they can just go to our website. It's real simple to sign up. salacrosse.org or salvationarmylacrosse.org, the place to go. And we have links all over the page there where you can just click, make an account. It takes like 5 minutes, and then you'll be good to go.
And tomorrow is Match Day. So tomorrow we're really, you know, we want you to donate all the time, anytime you see a red kettle, but tomorrow specifically, a great day to, when you see a red kettle, to make sure you're digging into your pockets, right, and making that donation.
Absolutely. I mean, every cent counts. You know, that's the biggest part about this. You know, this $1 million campaign that we're doing right now, extremely important to what we do. Our campaign goal every single year with the Red Kettles is 1/3 of our annual budget. So really this helps fund all the programs that we do down at the Salvation Army. I know that Eric Jacobson actually came out yesterday and did a story on our change program. We have a ton of things like that really utilize these funds to their potential. We have the shelter, the meal program. We serve 3 meals 365 days a year. Our case management work, you name it, we try to help everybody in every capacity that we can down at the Salvation Army, and every dollar really counts to making that happen.
All right, Nick Ragner. I almost said News 8's Nick Ragner, but Salvation Army's Nick Ragner. We thank you for joining us this morning. It is great to see you, and best of luck with match day tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Jen. Actually, for the longest time when I was answering phone calls at the Salvation Army, I was like, nope, Salvation Army, Nick Ragner, how can I help you? It was terrible. I finally got over it just a little bit ago, but you might have just brought me back a few steps.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right, thanks again, Nick. And once again, match day, it is tomorrow. And donors, anonymous donors, will be matching any donations the Salvation Army receives up to $45,000. If you are interested in volunteering as a bell ringer, as Nick said, you can find more information at salvationarmylacrosse.org.